And respect the Mile High Minute. Because everything's going on minute by minute in the Mile High. Suckers.
You know what it is, your girl Illy Cartier, best designer alive since the best designer died. Always in the bag, building the bag. Had to pull up in Denver. With the Mile High Minute, we get it done.
You said you're originally from DC?
Yeah.
Talk about life growing up out there and, you know, everything before you got into the music industry.
So my mom died when I was at 2, breast cancer, you feel me? So really taught me just how to be like my own woman. My grandmother raised me. Yeah. I've been making shoes since I was 6 years old. Like, I started painting shoes at 6, so like, not taking nothing away from the painters right now, but the stuff that they doing now, like, I've been painting. And then back then, but I ain't really understand like acrylic paint, you feel me?
Yeah, like
so
retros and stuff too?
Yeah, like anything, but when I used to paint the shoes, it'd be fire for that day. But then once it cracked, they said you only get one wear. Yeah. So I started to make shoes. So when I started to make shoes, what I would do is like, take the shoes apart. I could have a retro and a Vince Carter or whatever. Or like if I get 2 retros and I say one is all white with a red sole, one all black with a blue sole, I could switch the soles. Before people was doing it, I was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So shit is just making clothes. I came down. It's being poor. I mean, that's about some stuff for real. Yeah. Like
motivated you.
Yeah, but my grandmother ain't never really made like in my house. It was so many of us that we all understood what we was going through. Ain't never feel like we was poor. Like even though you see the roaches and shit, right? The shit just normal. Like some people be like, "What the fuck?" Nah, you pluck that shit. Eat that. Like, get that shit out of the cereal box. You still gonna eat that same cereal. Not the one that the roach was on, but you gonna eat the rest of that shit. You feel me? Yeah. And I just grew up like kind of like the only child. My dad was in jail for a long time, like in and out of prison, whatever. Like he was a big time hustler. So I learned the streets from that. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of respect that he had, I got once he got out because nobody really knew that he was my dad. So they was like, "Damn, you ain't really pull that card right there." I had a big family, one of the biggest families in DC. People never knew I had cousins. Because I always went to school like, man, it's just me. Because, like, what's going to happen when my cousins ain't there? I just was always myself. Like I'm saying, then I ended up going to St. Paul's College, where my brother went. He was, like, the first one out there that went to the NFL. His name Greg Toller. Played for a few different teams from St. Paul's. I went to North Carolina A&T. That's why I studied fashion at. I was already doing the clothes, but, like, I really couldn't sew. So like when I submitted stuff to Project One Way and like stuff that people accepted me on, I never really took them up on their offer because I couldn't use a sewing machine. I felt like I was better than people, but I was slower than them. I ain't really grasped the concept of using a machine. Everything was I couldn't afford a machine. Yeah. So went to A&T for fashion. That helped me a lot because I could have struggled and went to FIT. Like back then it was like FIT or FIT'em. I really wanted to make shoes, but at the time neither one of them had shoe programs. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But what I like about going to a small school is that we didn't have the machines and the technology that they had, so we legit had to learn every position of really making clothes. See, they might have a machine that you can just sketch a little bit and then spit the pattern out, and then they got something to sew it, and then that's just it. We ain't had that. We literally had to make that shit. You feel me? Yeah. So if the power was to go out tomorrow, I could still do what they did. You feel what I'm saying? So when you put me with those machines, it's like, oh, I designed quicker. Okay. It's like that. Yeah, so I went to school in Europe. Italy, footwear and accessory design. So that's kind of like a little story with like how I started learning accessory. I never was like, I'm gonna make a book bag or I'm gonna make a shoe, and
it just kind of like different. It kind of just falls in place. Like I didn't know I was finna run a media company.
Yeah, like I would never thought I was gonna make a book bag because I'm so big on making something that's so crazy. In my mind, a book bag was like the bottom of the totem pole. Like who not making a bag? This is just a backpack. Like anybody can make a backpack. Right. So I think it's like also just being in Arizona, come from being homeless. You feel me? I tell the story all the time. It's so humid and hot out there that you can't really wear jackets. It's like depends on the time of the year. So when it rains, it's a problem, especially for guys. I know this because you're not walking around with an umbrella. You're not just pulling the umbrella out your. You know what I'm saying? A female might just have that out the purse or whatever type shit, but you ain't. So I was like, man, what if the book bag had a hood? That's so hard, I drew it. You know what I'm saying? And I sent it off to China, and they couldn't make it. I was like, oh yeah, I got something. Like I always say that. Like not being funny. Like I know it's certain cultures that curate fashion. I'm talking about like. Not a person or a city or a state, but I'm saying like it could be a religion, it could be a race, but when the Chinese people do not know how to do something, you're winning. Yeah. Cause even if they not even if they don't know how to do it, they'll learn how to do it and then they'll become great at it. But even if they're not the best, if you could do some shit and they send it back and be like, nah, this shit you're doing too much. I'm like, oh, I got something. You feel me? Yeah. So we got to the point where I developed a few relationships where some of their kids ended up going to school with me in Europe. I made sure they was good because I kind of like graduated from school. I went to school 2 years late. So a lot of the times when I was in college, a lot of the kids were younger than me, just because of, like, I was like, man, where I'm from,
at your own pace and shit.
Yeah, and when I'm from, ain't nobody going to college. Like, you going to block, or you been an athlete or a rapper, or you working at McDonald's or something.
Right.
So from there, like, I designed the bag. I kept sending it to them. They finally got the bag right. So once they got the bag right, it was like I think I was at
quality too. Like,
I was at All Star Weekend. I just posted this story on my IG the other day. So, like, really how I got my front with the bag, because I really didn't have no money when I was really doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? It was just that I knew patterns, so it didn't take me that many times to go back and forth. I was at South by Southwest. Me and my friend, like, this one of my good friends, Bird.
This year or
this is probably like,
past?
oh God, this is probably like 7 years ago.
Okay.
When this is the year that the baby was walking around in a diaper. Like, yeah, nobody knew who he was. They was like, he's wild. This when niggas had the legal lean. Like, this was like, oh, South by Southwest.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I think I bought 150 bags. And I remember it's like off The Pursuit of Happiness when Will Smith had brought all the machines
That
in.
movie was crazy.
And his wife was like, yo, what the fuck, right? That's how my girl was, right? So it was like 150 boxes outside, and I got the FedEx text. It was like, delivered, but I'm not there. I'm like, yo, the bags came. Like, she like, man, the shit was so many bags, it was blocking out front door, like all the way up this driveway. The dude just kept taking the dot. He was mad, like 5 boxes, and then he had to get them. She was trying to bring them in the house, breaking nails. I was bringing 5 in at a time, to the point we was pushing them at the door, just pushing them in. We had like a pantry, and every day she just walked past the pantry and be like, what's up with these bags? Right. I was like, I'm gonna sell them, you feel me? But every bag counted because it came from with my money. So South by Southwest, I was like, I'm gonna take 15 bags. Like, I ain't really had no money, spend it all in the bag. So we go down there, and we never get hotels, you feel what I'm saying? Either sleep in the car or get a 7-day pass at Lifetime Fitness. And man, I think like
free shower,
7-day pass.
Yeah, you get a free pass for like a gym. You could get a free membership.
Do that?
Yeah, it's a trial.
We didn't have that when we was selling crack.
No,
when I sold crack, we was on the block.
Nah, y'all ain't even had no gyms. No, because
you slept on the block.
We ain't had no gym. You ain't had no gyms. It wasn't no Lifetime Fitness. It wasn't none of that, whatever. But you could get a 7-day pass. You might could get it like 1 or 2 times, depends on what state you in. It just like.
And you went to South by Southwest with no.
Yeah, I mean, I had a whip. It was my cousin in that joint, man. He in that shower, I'm in this shower, but it's girl, boy type of shit. I'm saying, I go to Walmart, like, bro, I'm about to get everything from the dollar store that we need, nigga. We sharing deodorant, we sharing body wash, nigga. You got a washcloth, I got a washcloth, nigga. We got 1 pocket socks, we both wear size 7. This is how it's going down. You might wear these shoes this day, I'm gonna wear these shoes. We wear the same, my little cousin wear the same shoe size, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. We'll get out in Walmart. I'm talking about niggas is looking at us like we crazy. We're changing our clothes in Walmart after coming out the joint type. Like, same 7 little hour fitness, like,
so y'all sold 15 bags? So we was standing on the corner, so I was like, the bags cost me like $150. So I was like, the first thing I was like, I'm gonna just try to see if it sells. So I think I said like something like 200 at first, and the person like, I'll give you 175 or something. I was like, shit, they like it. All right, I don't give a fuck. As long as I break even, I'm straight. So they bought that, right? And then the next person was 2 people with them, so they bought that. That was like 175. So then I was like, I'm gonna double up, because originally I wanted 150. So I was like, I'm gonna say 300. So then boom, it was like the next 2 bags. It was like boom, boom, 300. So I was like, the fuck. I said, I'm about to sell that shit for 500, because this shit was getting ridiculous. Yeah. So I was like, 500. Then it was like 3. Somebody bought 3 bags, like 555. I was like, what the fuck? Crazy, yeah. Like it was like a trial after that, but it was getting dangerous, because at this point, yeah, you had the baby walking around, but now we're on this corner and everybody is watching us with these fucking book bags. But it's like the police come up, they don't know what we're selling. They just see a lot of money in transactions. So I think it got to like 1,000. And that was like the last bag that we had to sell, and somebody bought it. And I was like, oh, we gotta go in the house. We ain't had no house. We gotta get a hotel room, because this shit is dangerous now. We had all that money on us.
Right.
So it was like this white boy from Indiana walks up and was like, hey, yo, I'm trying to buy a bag. And I was like, bro, them shit's gone. He's like, yeah, let me buy your bag. I was like, no, I'm gonna be down here 2 more days. I don't have none to represent my product. And my brother was like, shit, just sell it mine. I get one when I get back. I was like, I ain't giving that my bag. You crazy to say? Like, we made the money. We straight. Yeah. And the white boy, he was like, man, it'll be worth your while. So he was like, how much you want for it? I think I told him like 300 or something. He bought it. He was like, man, I would have bought it for whatever you said. He was gonna buy it. So like probably like the next week he called me. He was like, I'm trying to get 15 bags. I'm in Indiana. He drove to Atlanta. He bought 15 bags. And then he went back to Indiana. I don't know what the hell he did. He was like, yeah, I need 40. He was like, nah. He was like, yeah, I need 45 bags.
No, he's flipping.
So I guess he partnered with somebody else that they wanted the bags too, type shit. So I was like, how the fuck I'm gonna get you 45 bags? I was like, I ain't got nothing to drive 45 bags in for. I got a Crossfire. Man, my niggas can't drive. They got charges. It was like, all right, like, I'm gonna fly out there or whatever. So he was like, man, you fly out here, you gonna be good or whatever. Like, I was like, all right, I had no hotel or nothing. By that time, the money I made, I owed so much money in bills and credit cards. I already didn't even have that no more. It was enough to pay my bills for like 3 or 4 months. So my girl was like, man, you gonna go out there, you don't even know him. She was like, in Indiana, but my brother had played for the Colts before. Yeah. So I was like, man, I know a stripper or somebody out there, you feel me? I know about the Sunset, so I could get there. So I get out the joint. As soon as I get off the plane, he schooled me. It was like this rural area that we went to, but it was like his house. But man, they threw the bread right in there, type shit. Like bought all of it.
Well, how you get Cardi B in this? I see Cardi B. How did you do that?
So with Cardi, it was more so like I knew Cardi was one of my favorite rappers, not even just talking about talent based on the fact that I'm a female artist, and I always like being people when they could be themselves. When they make it, I'm happy for people that can make it being themselves. Right. Like it's hard when you got to change things according to the industry. So I know everything that come out your mouth, if I ever get to you, it's exactly what you mean. Nobody's not telling you to say this. Nobody's not making you like this. So, and then I like the Migos. I like the Offset. So I was in Houston. It was like a big conference in Houston.
She's got a unique personality.
Yeah. And I ended up running up down on Offset, and he got the bag. And so it was like a show in San Antonio, and they was like, man, the pass is $1,000. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna pay it, you feel me? Because if I sell one bag, I'm good. That was always my mission. Sell one bag and pay for everything and get the video. Like, get the video. Like, it was like the video was the mission. So I got back there, and they was like, man, the first person I ran out to, I was like, Moneybag. And then it was like, Thug. And then it was like...
Damn, you met Thug?
Yeah. He got the bag.
He got the bag.
He's in the video with
Gunna, Block Boy JB. Like, this shit was crazy. This was all one day, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like, Daddy Yankee. But I ain't get to him. Him and Cardi was outside at the same time. So my man was like... I was like, bro, just had a camera ready because I'm going to get the card. And he was like, bro, Cardi's not doing no video with you. You're tripping. I was like, bro, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. So Cardi come out. It's like a little girl stop her. And they was speaking Spanish. She was doing a picture. And I was like, yo, I make bags. And they was like, man, no groupies. And I was like, bro, I'm not no groupie. I held the bag up. And she looked at the bag. She was like, that bag was in my living room. Come here. Like, and then she was like, where my bag at? And I was like, man, I be charging $1,500. I'm like, man, bro, I'm like, this is my hustle right here. You feel me? Yeah. And she was like, she was like, I do a video. And I was like, shit. She wasn't even dressed now. She just had her face on and she had her little robe on. And man, everybody on her team was like, no, she won't. She's not doing this. I said,
yeah.
She was like, I'm doing this video. So she said, show me how to put it together. I put it together. She put it on. She was just like, what the fuck? This shit got a hood. If I would have known what she was going to say, usually I'm so used to out-talking the artists because they don't really do too much for them when they don't get paid. So I'm used to talking a lot to bring their energy up. If I would have known her energy was naturally going to be like that, I probably wouldn't have said nothing. I was like in the video with her. I would just let her go. I didn't know she was going to be like, what book bag got a hood? Not yours, bitch. I was like, what? And then when people seen the video, like that shit hit like 80,000 views. Like this was Instagram before they started shadow banning. It was like, that was crazy. And after Cardi, it was kind of like up. It was like Will, Spike, Snoop. It's videos that y'all don't even know about that I ain't even post. You know what I'm saying? Spike Lee was cool. Spike was cool because he's one of my favorite directors. And they always say he don't smile. So I was just trying to say anything to like get him crack a smile. And they was like, he don't hold people products. And he had the bag in the video. They was like, but he the one he tapped me on my shoulder. He was like, yo, what kind of bag that is? I was like, this is my bag. He was like, how it work? So he seen all the zippers. He's like, no.
Can you show him real quick? Show the
Spike
world.
Lee joint?
No, how to put it together in the bag. Let me first with the hoodie. Let me see how I look with the hoodie. It's crazy, son. Yeah. You're like...
So, boom, this is...
that's crazy.
So you can see the hood.
Do it again, let me see.
Do a whole little spin around.
That's good, yeah. Alright.
You could tell it's quality too, just by looking at the stitching and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm big on.
Now, how do you break it down to where, like, how you know?
So originally, so the bag is called swag bag. That's trademark. Definitely the bag is patent. So originally, when people see the bag like this, especially for males, they might be like, "That's a small bag. I don't really want that size. It look feminine." But basically I showed them how to convert. Convert it, boom. So it come with this piece. This the original.
Oh shit, it comes apart. Oh yeah.
That's the original. So yeah, no, this not a belt because most people buy it and they be like, "This the belt."
Okay, now I see why you charging that much.
This thing got stuck on people. This thing got stuck on people's heads and arms and all that for somebody really thinking like not figuring out what this is. So boom, go like this, and then.
Wow, it's crazy, son. Now y'all see why we got a signer.
Let me see.
What the hell? I ain't never seen that.
My hands a little bit greasy, so I used to be.
That's a little hot in here.
All right, boom. So that's how it is right there. So now it's a bigger bag.
Oh, now what about the money bag for if you're in a strip club?
So yeah, boom. You could do this right here. You want to take this off? Yeah. So it come with this the strap.
The crazy thing is too, is you can't even tell that it comes apart in the middle because of the pocket.
Right.
That's crazy.
So then you could do this right here. Girls do this, but guys, like I said, strip club, but they doing a bank drop or whatever they doing. I didn't even see people put 380s, like little 22s in this joint.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, you could do that right there.
So it
like
turns
that.
into 2 bags.
So it's one, like this 2, then 3, but then this could connect to this. If I want to put this black on here, I could do that. If I want to put that hood on there, I can do that. If I want to make this bigger,
customize it.
Yeah, I can make it bigger as I want, and then you can turn it so you can make it a duffel.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, you just add another middle piece, buy another middle piece, and make it bigger. But now I have the middle pieces for when you could just buy the duffel. It's a baby bag. Right now I got the dog pieces. If you want to do it for the dog bag, you could turn it into a dog bag. I got the window one for the dogs.
Okay.
Like tennis. Basically like build it's going to be basically whatever you want to build, whatever fabric you want to do. But once you get it, you ain't going to have to keep buying the bags. Just add the pieces to it.
Okay. Now I'm hella like impressed. Because I ain't going to lie. At first I'm like, oh, it's a bag, got a hood. That's cool. But then when you breaking it down and everything, I'm like, damn, that's
crazy.
I've never seen nothing like that in my life. Okay.
So my motto is always like, not what is it, is what it can do, because people always see me and it's like,
it's the money bag.
You make some crazy stuff.
So we go in the strip club, that's the money bag. Put your money in here, huh?
So the same thing,
how much bread we could get in?
Depends on which euros or yens. You know, euros come in $500 bills. You can stack that.
And then these are your shoes.
Yeah, so the main thing, this is like a shoe I just invented. Like the patent just went through, so I'm able to leak it right now. So it's kind of like I invented something that I wanted to be able for people to design their own. Yeah. So as you can see right here, everything comes apart. Like, so if I want to do black, I could do black. Like this is a piece from the green one. I just had this on here for you can see the other color.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to do black on one side, green on one side, red on one side, you could do whatever you want. It also, like, you can buy a white kit, and for the people that paint, they can make their own color. You can do with their own color. Or the people that heat press, if you heat press and you want it gold and black, or you want to put Dragon Ball Z or Cowboys or Redskins, you can do all that. Everything is basically like a builder situation.
Okay.
Yep.
No, those are dope too. Those look comfortable. And they make you a little taller too. Them dudes out there.
I'm big on comfortability. I like stuff that people could wear all day long, but it's still fly. It's hard to get durability and flyness in the same situation. So that's another drink I'm dropping this summer. Did a preload drop.
So these haven't released yet. These ones?
Nah. But you could get them early if you tap in through the right person. If you know the right things to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I made that as a just a low top shoe. I feel like in the summer, like a lot of my shoes is kind of like athletic but couture, but it's like in the summertime, everybody don't be want to wear the high top shoes. They want the low tops.
Right.
And then this not that bulky, but it's still kind of heavier. A lot of people just want shoes that they can walk around in all day. So I just try and make the everyday average shoe. So that has crocodile, but eventually I'm gonna drop one that is not crocodile, just like a regular little simple drink, but just smooth design.
Okay, yeah, I see the Illy C on the bag.
Yeah.
Are those, what do you call the shoes?
My shoes, these are called Illy Cartiers.
Okay.
So my whole brand is called Illy Cartier.
And with this, you can have your own signature bag. Right. We do the signature. So it will go right here. This will be your signature bag.
Oh, your signature.
Which means the bags is already made, so when I have to get them done, like if somebody do order, I just get that made and then you can have it. Where usually if you probably get a custom made bag at that level, with the traffic that I got, you probably is gonna pay like, you probably gonna spend like 2 to 3 months.
Right.
With that, you're probably going to be waiting like 1 week and it's going to be done. In some situations where we're working on like big events, you're gonna get a 24-hour turnaround.
Okay.
Some 2-hour turnarounds. Like it just depends on what you want. It's gonna be like detach it, create it right there. You walk away with it. Like that's it. We try and make people instant swag. Like celebrity bakery, I guess.
Yeah. Shit, I'm hella impressed. I could say it 100 more times. I never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, at first I was like, oh, it's a dope bag.
It's just a little backpack, right?
Yeah, it's got the hood, but then when you break it down and everything, I'm like, okay, that shit's useful. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, how do you go about cleaning bags? Like, would you have to take it to like a leather cleaner type deal?
You would, and it depends on if like the leather part get dirty, but the crock and balls, it's the finish on there where.
It's hard to
unless you waste bleach on this motherfucker, it's not gonna get dirty. Yeah, it's not gonna get dirty. Only one I would say.
It's not like a regular bag.
Because it had a waterproof finish. Now maybe if it's like I got a pink salmon color that doesn't have that on there, so that probably the most dirtiest. Color? Yeah, but it don't have the shiny finish.
Right.
That's the finish, the shiny finish.
Now this is the gummies. You see that? That's the night. Put you to sleep. You gonna go right to sleep.
Here.
That's that Mama Jones night.
I'm gonna try and focus in. There we go.
Gummies package, knock you right out.
CBD gummies.
Delta 8, not CBD. THC with that in it. So the company, man, you eat one of these, you're gonna have to pull over. It's not that.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, let me give you one.
Oh.
Don't try it till tonight. Do not eat that till tonight.
Appreciate that.
And then after you eat it, post it up and let them know what it did to you.
I'll post it on my story.
You're gonna be in New Zealand after you eat that shit. That's a fact. Night.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man. Just allowing us to get richer and richer and having these platforms, man. Record Breakers USA, Song Battle, Versus Competition. We doing a swag bag tour. Buy your bag and you go on a tour and break it down with the kit. We got that coming. Street Justice, Judge Mama Jones, she got her judge show coming out. And we're about to start filming. So basically it's like if the streets was the courtroom, that's what we doing. So the streets could take you to court and people could take other people to court. So for instance, like we the streets, we take Charleston White to court. How he acts and his unethical practices, right? And then we have a situation, I don't know if you remember the thing that went viral with the girl. The guy brought his child McDonald's, but he didn't buy the other kids.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they're going to be in our courtroom as well. Okay. So it's detailed information of what happens that go viral.
Damn, so I'm just hearing a bunch of innovation. That's all.
So that's what we did. Everything. It's like we set the trends. That's what we all about, man. We set the trends. This is our life. This is every day. We don't want to do what everyone else is doing. We want to bring in a certain niche. We want to create something for creatives that could really work for the next 40 years. You know, we did Love and Hip Hop, and we're going to keep working it. We're going to keep working it and doing it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, question came back to me, and then I'll get y'all to shout yourself out. Because it's already been an hour, so I don't want to take up too much.
Hey, break that episode down, baby.
So, Vamp Life and Record Breakers, are they two separate
Same
labels?
family, same family.
Okay.
Same family.
Both labels, though?
Well, Record Breakers is the streaming TV show. Vamp Life is the record label. And Success is like, he's like, you know, that's Atlantic Records. That's the biggest machine. Right. So it's levels to this. We have TV, we have the Vamp Life. This allows the artists that aren't on that Lil Durk level to be in our incubator. And if they do pop through that incubator, then they go to Atlantic. That's how the setup is.
Okay. That's a perfect way to describe it. Well, I think that just about wraps it up for my questions. Do y'all have any last minute thoughts? Any last minute?
Get at us at CEO Larry, CEO LARRYY, Record Breakers USA, at The Real Mama Jones, Jim Jones Campo, Hockey Move Fitness, and Success Ready. That's Success Davis, Success Ready at Atlantic. See, these are all our tags.
All links will be in description.
What's your tag, man?
Illy, like the coffee, Cartier, like the watch. Oh, and with like what he said, if you got a high record, man, it's out there. That's what's going on. Make sure you tap in. You can see it right here, it's right there. Okay. And then real quick, because I know you said you make music too. What's the first song or video they should check out?
Now we're about to work on it tonight. Now it's all fresh.
It's all fresh.
We're about to hit them with some fresh shit. Yeah. Okay. We got it.
All right, cool. Well, yeah. Make sure y'all go follow Illy, follow Larry, man. All links will be in the description. Make sure y'all tune in, man.
And respect the Mile High Minute, cause everything's going on minute by minute in the Mile High. Suckers.
That's love. Hey, that's the drum right there. I appreciate it. Shout out to sponsor today's video again, 3M Water. Go
do a job for the Mile High too. Same thing. Go you get Mile High drop.
You know what it is, your girl Illy Cartier, best designer alive since the best designer died. Always in the bag, building the bag. Had to pull up in Denver with the Mile High Minute. We get it done. Not born overnight, but success could come in minutes. You feel me?
Appreciate it. All right. Shout out Dream Space Studios, man. One of the hottest record studios in the Mile High City. Make sure y'all tap in, man. Shout out Jack, my boy.
Dream Space, you heard?
Yeah. And I think that just about does. Make sure y'all go follow everyone on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that links be in the description of this interview. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment down below. Let us know who you want to see next on the Mile High Minute. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button to stay notified when all latest news drops.
Bing!
Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We out.
Gang.